Hello. It's another amazing Friday morning, and I'm excited as always to be here with you. It's Finance Friday. My name is Ayodele-Bamisaiye of Dexteritas Professional Corporation. This is Finance Friday, where I talk all things personal finance, entrepreneurship, business, and money. Now, for the better part of 2025, I've been talking about tax planning, and that's because, like I said at the very beginning, your taxes are your single largest potential bill for the entirety of your life as long as you call Canada home. Yep, that's exactly why. And over the last few weeks, we've just been going over things that you can do, actionable items that you can um, do something about now before the year comes to an end. I put out an article yesterday about how a family that plans together stays together, and just a few tips about how, as a household, you can better manage your tax position. That was last night. You can find that on my LinkedIn profile. And today I'm going to be talking about charitable giving. What does charitable giving have to do with your taxes? A lot. There's a reason why literally every billionaire has a foundation or a non-profit living situation as part of their tax plan. Actually, as part of their entire financial plan. Um, it's 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 something that's in the public domain, that some of the richest people in the world already have a plan to give away all their money, right? And they're giving some to their children. Some are not even giving any to their children, just giving it all away. It's not because they're all that altruistic. That's because there's a benefit to it, right? There is definitely a tax benefit. So we're going to talk about that today, right? This is week 7 of our 11-week financial clarity series. And before I dive into more detail on that, if you are modest income, i.e., family income of $50,000 or less, and you, for any reason, whatever the reason may be, I really am not interested. As long as you have not filed your tax returns for any of the historical years and you really don't know what to do about it, you can reach out to my friends at operations at thefei.ca. That's operations at thefei.ca, and somebody's going to come right back to you to have an appointment booked, have those tax returns prepared and filed with the CRA so that you can get the benefits that are due to you from the government of Canada. That's number 1. Number 2, this week was the first of our Launchpad series by Startup Court. Founders Lounge is happening next week, but the first of our Launchpad series webinars happened this week. I want to specially thank David Daigle for showing up and speaking the way he did about his own experiences starting a business. And then the four things that you need to have in place as a business owner, entrepreneur, founder. If you want to know more about that, go to community.startupcourt.com and you will find the presentation slides there. The recording for that session will be on there probably in the course of next week. So that's number 2. Number 3, Startup Court's Founders Lounge is back next week, Thursday. That's 6 days from now. We're going to be at the platform and we're looking back into 2025, looking forward into 2026, and assessing how we're doing as a community. So if you haven't signed up for that, go sign up on our event party. The registration page is on event party so that you can get all communication relating to that. And I'm looking forward to seeing you at the platform next week, Thursday. That's pretty much all I got for you this morning. Now let's talk charitable donations. Fantastic. So last night I dropped an article on family finances and tax opportunities available. And today we are going to be talking about charitable donations. And I like charitable donations because I call them the super benefit, right? The super credit. Charitable donations are the only credit that contributes in excess of 15% to your federal non-refundable tax credit. Every other federal non-refundable tax credit is included at a 15% rate. Charitable donations start at 20% and go all the way to probably about 33%, depending on how much you contribute and how much you are giving away. Now, why is November the best time to talk about charitable donations? Because you have to make that donation by the 31st of December 2025. So if you have the heads up now, well, you have 6 weeks to determine how much you are going to give, who you are going to give to, for what cause you are going to be giving towards, and actually make that cash or in-kind donation before the 31st of December. Now, holiday season is giving season, so it's a fantastic time apart from the deadlines. And guess what? People are actually emotionally prepared to give. So as a non-profit or a charity out there, this is a time where you get your fundraising bells going and you're reaching out and requesting for those donations. If there's no donation button on your website, this is the time you make sure you get that donation button up and you're sharing it with all your stakeholders to say, hey, we're a charity, we can take your donations, right? And that you get to issue them tax receipts, and that tax receipt is basically putting money back in their pocket. So November is the best time for you as a taxpayer to plan for your charitable donations. Now, what counts as a charitable donation? Charitable donations include, number one, cash donations. You go to the bank, withdraw cash, put it in the offering plate in church. Or number two, you write a check, give it to your charity. Any kind of cash transfer definitely counts as a charitable donation. Number two, donations of stocks and securities. Now, this is a strategic one because every time you buy shares and you want to use those shares to make a donation, it's always preferred to make the transfer of the shares rather than liquidate the shares and transfer the cash. Take note of that. You get a better return when you donate the shares because you donate the full value of the shares. Whereas if you donate the cash after selling the shares, all the charges would have gone, all sorts of taxes would have gone on that money, all sorts of deductions would have gone on the money. So you miss out on the benefit of the full value. So if you're considering it, securities are an option to give, and a transfer of the securities to the charity is the best way. Number three, gifts in kind. So we are talking about things like art. We are talking about things like inventory, property, whatever those things are. As long as you can find the right person who really wants them and you agree on a value, that is another way to make charitable donations that are deductible for tax purposes. Please note, these are three ways to give: cash, securities, and donations in kind. Now, how do donation credits work? First $200, right, is at the 15% rate, which effectively gives you a $30 credit. And then from that point on, it is graduated to the maximum amount, which is 75% of your taxable income. So for example, if you earned $100,000, you can give away up to $75,000. I don't know how much you're living on though, if you're going to do that, but you can imagine what that will do to your tax bill. So now, unused donations can be carried forward into the future. I think 5 years and beyond. I'm not sure. I think it's about 5 years. And then please, it is in your interest to combine all the donations and let the highest earning spouse make that claim, because that way you get the best bang for your buck on the credits, right? Now, how do you maximize your year-end generosity? I've said a few things, and I'm going to repeat them. Number one, plan to make your donation before December 31. End of story. If you make your donation after December 31, it counts for next year, not this year anymore. That's number one. Number two, you can donate securities instead of cash. So if you have securities and you want to give them away to charity, do not liquidate them. Give the securities, that way you get the full value of your giving in your tax receipt. Number three, combine all your giving under the highest earning spouse. That gives you, or the highest earning individual, that gives you the best bang for your buck as far as donations are concerned. And number four, which is absolute most important, keep all receipts. Hello? Keep all receipts. What did I say? Keep all receipts. Keep all receipts. Because one thing I can tell you for free is that if you make a charitable donation in excess of $5,000, you will most likely get a review letter. And that review letter, all you will have to do is provide the receipt, which you already have. But if you don't have the receipt, then we have a problem, right? So get your receipt, keep your receipt, and wait for the review letter to come. Send it to the CRA. Bob's your uncle. That is done. Great. So I just want to draw to you, this is what I see that most people miss. Number one, and this is very common in my Nigerian community, donations don't matter. You know, I gave it to God. My brother, God does not spend dollars. God does not spend dollars. So if you make a charitable donation, make the donation properly, get the receipt. If you don't want the money back, when you get the refund, give it to that charity once again, and you create an eternal loop of giving between yourself and the charity and the CRA. But please do not, I repeat, do not make a donation to a charity and not obtain your tax receipts. You do yourself and the charity a disservice when you do that. So we're about to head into the season for giving. This is November. We're grateful for 2025. Whether you've done everything you want or not, the fact that you're here month 11 is an opportunity to be grateful. American Thanksgiving is coming up in a few weeks. Canadian Thanksgiving was a few weeks ago. So there's lots to be grateful for. And with the holiday season coming up, this is the time. So make your plans for giving, because charitable giving is a smart tax strategy. Now, if you're wondering what is all this is all about, and you really don't know, your left from your right as far as this charitable giving and tax thing is concerned, then you can hit me up. Talk to me.dexteritas.ca. Book an appointment. Let's have a conversation about how we can use charitable givings to optimize, improve, and turbocharge your tax strategy. With that said, that's pretty much all I got. Next week, we're going to be talking about capital gains and losses and how that can feature in your personal tax plan. There's still 3-4 weeks to go. Still a lot to talk about. That's pretty much all I got this Friday morning. I know it's wet out there and it's cold and hey, it's November. We're grateful. It's been a beautiful year and it's only going to get better from here. So whether it rains or it shines or the weather is nice or not, we maintain the attitude of gratitude. Thank you very much this Friday morning and enjoy the rest of your day. That's all from me. Yeah, that's all from me.